Hope everybody's having a good one. Sorry about that. Had to wipe it off real quick. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Make sure if you're watching this later, make sure you hit the thumbs up for us, and know that we drop videos every Tuesday and Thursday night, normally around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and normally do a live hangout every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Hey, Mr. Gordon Bright made it in. Steve Mack. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. We got home from camping earlier and had to wash the four-legged babies. That was my first time helping with that chore. Got them cleaned up and blowed and fluffed up, and they back pretty. Hey, IP, what's going on, buddy? Trying to pull the weather up on my phone. Yep, it sure did. Everything worked good. We had a good time. We're going to try to... We might drive it to the race this coming weekend. I ain't for sure yet. Steve Mack just shared it out. Appreciate it, Mr. Steve. And if any of y'all other guys want to share it out. The more people that know about it, the more that can hang out with us and chat with us. We got 6 people in and 5 thumbs up. There's Mr. Monty. Why ain't my phone loading the weather? You doing all right, Mr. Monty? Mr. Monty's doing good. See, IP's putting a 4-wheel drive axle under a truck. We got a freeze warning tonight. That's cool, ain't it? It was cold this morning when I woke up. I wasn't expecting it to be that cool. 32 tonight. There was an open practice scheduled for this coming Friday, but now that's gone. It'll just be a race Saturday night. So if everything goes good, that'll be our first race of the season this coming Saturday night. Hey, Kurt. Going down to 16 there, Mr. Steve. It's going to 32 here tonight. You're going to keep that 16 stuff. So what's everybody up to? Yeah, Kurt's working on that Massey Ferguson baler, ain't it? You had the plunger stopped up in that thing and you was breaking it loose with that big pole. As of right now, I don't know for sure where all we're racing at IP. But the prices of things keep continuing to getting crazier and crazier. I've been wanting to make a schedule up so everybody that we could share so people would know where we're going to be at which weekend racing. But I'm a little skeptical to do it with the price of everything. Because I hate to say I'm going to be somewhere and then the expense and the travel and everything get to be so expensive that we start changing and varying from the schedule. I hate to do that. Probably 2 years ago with hay in it. Some tough old bellers though, man. My 120's old, and it ain't quite that old, I don't think, but it's old. Man, them things pound them out pretty simple. I haven't bought any yet this year, IP, so I don't know. I'm still using out of what we had from last year still. From last November, we had like 20 gallons left over. But it was like $10 a gallon last year. You have a better 2-year-old hay. Yeah, if I hadn't sold her, it's been fed or done something with by now, I hope. We're just hoping to get a good, smooth weekend in for the first weekend of the season and maybe not break nothing and tear nothing up too major. Because anytime we have a weekend and it goes all the way through and we don't tear nothing up major and the car puts itself back in the trailer, that's a win-win. Yep, that's another Apple computer, actually, Mr. Steve. I'm on an Apple Mac or Mac, whatever it's called right here now. You doing all right, road services? And this one here is so old it won't update no more. So I'm hoping that one's a little newer, which is supposed to be. Maybe we can get it, because what the goal was to use the computer to do the live on like I'm doing now, and to use iMovie on the edit. But this one I'm on now is too old. I can't use iMovie. Keep between the guardrails now. 22 in Ohio. It's getting down to 32 here tonight. There's a fella racer that races at Lake View. He races at Fayetteville and other places, and he works at Lake View, I believe. His name is Layton, Layton. Last name is Bartley, Bartley. He was in a pretty good wreck last night up at Fayetteville, and everybody that could send some prayers his way. Don't never hurt to have some prayers. Money said, okay, yeah, I sold his bell. And Steve said he was going to hang on to it till the prices got high. We held on to it much longer without putting it under a shed. It would have been compost, Mr. Steve. Planning on doing some fishing once he gets some nets in the water. Man, I remember back 25 years or so ago, maybe a little longer, my uncles and my dad and them, they would go set nets in the wintertime and catch fish. And camp out, man, that was fun. It wasn't nothing like we're camping in now. Compost brings good money too. Hey, you got a point there, Mr. Monty. Yeah, they would go set them nets and you'd all be up there having a good time and run out and check them nets several times during the thing. I wasn't at St. T this weekend. I was at Little PD State Park this weekend. IP. But yeah, it was windy here. I was scared it was going to tear my awning off. For lobster bait. That's right. That's the ones you were saying last week, I believe. About they'll buy them. Can you eat whatever you catch though that they use for bait, or is no good for eating? They can be eaten. Okay. I went fishing with a buddy one time for sheephead, some kind of drum, black drum, striped drum, or some kind of drum. And for one of them, we used live shrimp for bait, and the other one we used some kind of little live crabs about as big as a quarter. We was fishing out of Georgetown, South Carolina, then for that fishing trip. Real good smoked. Okay. Y'all, I thought my grill tore up yesterday. We was at Little PD State Park camping. And time I plugged my grill up, the smoker, it flickered. It went off. I told my wife, I said, don't mess with that cord. She said, I didn't mess with that cord. I said, wiggle it. She wiggled the cord and it come back on, looked like. I said, man, I must got a loose plug or something. By that time it went off, I unplugged it, went to checking my plug, couldn't find out the whole power. The whole campground was out of power. But wasn't that some timing for it to look like I was wiggling the plug and it was blinking? So we was out of power for about 2 hours and they got it back on. I woke up to a cool, brisk morning this morning. What's everybody's plans for the week? I think we're going to try to move a little bit more hay. Get a little more hay moved and maybe we'll be finished moving the hay. Last year's hay will be finished and over with. Got a little bit of fertilizer to put out. if you keep the lawnmower together, mow at the farm. Knock on wood, man, I still ain't had to mow, but that's probably going to happen this week for the first time. That's probably on the to-do list. Mr. Steve got a little snow last night. Dave John changed the oil in the wife's car. I serviced the motorhome last week. Got it changed up and ready to go, and it did good on the little journey. It was real short. Hey, Mark, what's going on, buddy? I was at my Tractor Supply earlier, about an hour ago, and I didn't see any hay string. I was wanting to look to see if ours jumped up like y'all's have jumped up. There's the link to the merch if you want your racing shirt or a farming shirt or hat. There's one of the hats. Yeah, there's one of our racing hats. I don't wear hats. Local life. What's going on, Eric? My son said he saw you the what was that, Friday night, I believe, Friday evening. He said he saw you. I think this is my brother's hat he left over here. Look at that. You ain't never seen me with a hat. I ain't never seen me with a hat, probably. Yeah, he left the restaurant. I don't know when that. He called me and was telling me he was chatting with you. BG was telling Mr. Steve Mack, hey. Colton Farm and Construction. What's going on, buddy? You ordered it a month ago. I haven't ordered none. Somebody was telling me that, well, I seen it on Anything Ag that the price was up crazy. So I was at Tractor Supply and looked, and I didn't see any. We didn't race this weekend, Colton. It's this coming weekend. And this coming Saturday night will be our first race of the season. If everything goes as planned and the weather works out. Thursday night was supposed to have a race, but it canceled for rain. Too much rain. And I look like my daddy's picture with his hat on like this. Excuse me, there's our email address. Yeah. We got the, hold on one second, y'all. Everybody hit the thumbs up. There you go. We got 15 people in here and got 8 thumbs up. Talk to them. Tell them they need encouragement. They slackers. Steve and I both put the email address in. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the comments get by on me, y'all. Don't be mad at me. Ain't but one me. And the one's half-ass. To be totally honest with you. What we got? They don't have any idea. They don't have any in the stores. Our stores is weird. They by July they quit carrying it. I told the guy, I said, man, you need to carry that hay strain in November here. Yeah, it is. It is nice down there. We need to plan to go one weekend, Eric. Because I ain't sleeping, y'all ain't chatting, and y'all ain't talking to me. Yeah, we got another one. We're trying to get some work out of it. Well, Scott, come here, cause trouble again. Yeah, I appreciate y'all helping us out. Been getting a lot of questions on the older videos, the 574. Man, that thing gets a lot of comments and questions on it. I need to start back making videos on it probably. Well, Thursday night was a special deal that they was making up from last year coating that got rained out. And of course it got rained out. I just stuck it on being silly, Brian. I was showing them a while ago. Look at that thing, boy. Get you some of that. Richardson too, all the way, baby. I don't wear hats though. We got them in any color, shape, size. We got t-shirts to match. You want the racing shirt with the safety orange, we can hook you up. You want it in the bright, vibrant purple, we can hook you up. All you gotta do is go to that link. Don't get. That's right, Colt. Maybe they'll get it in next year. You doing all right, Brian? Mr. Ed Gosling, what's going on, buddy? I'm glad you made it in too. Right, there's your link, Steve. Max got that link in there. You can have your. We got racing hats, beanies, hoodies, sweatshirts, jogging pants. Hell, we probably got some tights in there if you want them. If y'all ask for tights, I'll make sure you can get you some tights. Scott might need him a good pair of leggings. He'd be comfortable driving that gas truck. Sound like he's selling snake oil. What size tights you need, Scott? Hey, Mr. David, what's going on, buddy? Can't keep hay in stock. Hey, that's a good problem to have, though, buddy. It sure is. Got our weather. They bought millions till 1:30 Friday night. Wow. Cash register David. That's right. Mr. David giving us them little sneak peek videos, how to make money off the farm. Hey, Mark, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I don't wear hats, but man, I look a lot like my daddy. To me, I don't know if nobody's in here that knew my dad. You can dump a quad, dump truck under the new barn. I wanted to try that. I'd have forgot that sucker backed into a pole or something. I look. Tore the new barn down. How to spend money on the farm. Mark's getting down to 15 degrees. We're getting down to 32 tonight. We got a freeze warning. Alex Daniels from New York. I appreciate you stopping in, Alex. How'd you find us, buddy? We do a live every Sunday night. We'll talk about racing or farming, pretty much anything other than politics. So if you ask us questions, we'll try to answer normal questions. And if I don't know the answer, somebody in here will at least lie to you and tell you something to make you think you got some help. Okay, that's right. I think I remember when I was trying to be here. I think you said you was a couple miles down the road from where to make it. Yep. Well, man, that's awesome you dropped back in and chat with us. That's how friends are made, buddy. You keep bopping in here. I'll be up in New York one weekend. We'll be drinking some beer together. I'll have you down here in South Carolina. We'll be drinking a beer. Have you meeting us at a dirt track. Ed Gosson's living the dream. No, we're gonna mow. More than likely, we'll mow our yard this week. Gordon was just talking about it a while ago. Yeah, man, our first race will be this coming weekend if the good Lord's willing. Man, that's awesome, Alex. Yeah, man. Check. I mean, we dirt track. This is our hat. That's one of our hats with our YouTube logo, the Gerraldfarms on it. Yeah, man. I raced forever and got out of it, and we got back in last year. We run a modified, run a Sportsman, a 602 crate motor, and we're going to try to run a little bit of UMP this year, the built motor. Shine right. I got a bunch of friends, Scott. I thought you was one of my friends, Scott. I thought. Yeah, man. You see that link right there? That link that Mr. Steve Mack put. You should be able to find t-shirts, hats, caps, hoodies, sweatshirts, beanies, even leggings. We putting leggings in there for Scott's farming. Tights. We'll have tights in there for him starting next week if we're able. Yeah, that's probably why I don't wear hats. You see, this thing looks like it's my head's this big, and the hat's just sitting on top. Like, it is a 305. I bored it out 5 over, so it's a 310. We do have them at the races with us, Alex. And any of y'all that ever see us at the racetrack, we only have shirts and hats, stickers that we'll have stickers, and try to have anything that a good little bit of stuff. The hats go quick at the racetrack though. Football head. Excuse me. I wear before I got my cab tractor, I wore a round hat. The hat some shade. Hats give you headaches. You'd have bet a lot of money. It probably don't fit it right, Monty. I just got it resting up there on top. No, they should be probably within about 4 weeks, Mark. We had one straggler. I don't remember exactly how long ago now. I'm pretty sure I shared it though. Colt was putting the hat on too tight. No, right now I have no plans on buying nothing for no farm, Colton. Until I see some more money coming back, I don't plan to see no more going out. Other than fuel, fertilizer, and stuff like that, and upkeep. Can't put a hat on a bowling ball. See how big I got it? I think I got an extra click though. I don't think this is the large one though. You can get them. Oh yeah, my brother-in-law he can get them big for us. I don't really know. I don't remember, Colton. Gordon might remember a little bit about it. Got more adjustment. That's what I'm talking about. Need the Hoss Cartwright hat. That's right. That is the name there, Colton. Solace Souls. The one thing, what I did like about them is it didn't have no electronics on it. That was really intriguing to me. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for us. See, it gets to going now. When y'all come in and start chatting with me, the time will move. When there ain't nobody talking, that time be sitting still. Appreciate you coming in, Alex. We're gonna give them hell the best we can, buddy, and y'all do the same. Yeah, that was our first time seeing it too. But I like that part that it didn't have no electronics, and I want to say you could get a 75 horse emission free. I think. On a supplier Ford that lets the owner use your trailer for storage. Yeah, there was a Mahindra set up there. There was Mahindra at the farm show. You didn't see that one in Raleigh. There weren't many people. There weren't many employees at that booth. And I think that one guy that I talked to was like an owner or something like that. He was made, kind of lead me to believe. Okay, so they're going to help me out. I cut that off kind of. Man, Mark, I don't know, buddy. Indian brand. Like I said, the only electronics it had was the like headlights and brakes lights and ignition switch. Everything else was mechanical. It did have some emission. Gordon said, Scott, I missed that. I was asleep during that part. Wasn't a bad looking tractor though. Got 12 people in and 16 thumbs up. Easy to work on. Copy other tractor parts probably. Or either they probably the same people that makes the other parts. I think a lot of that goes on too. Or these companies outsource to get the parts made. Them companies will make them for me originally and for you if you start building something out of them. I asked where the closest dealer was to me, but I don't remember what he said. Sound like I want to think he said Greensboro or Greenville. Might have been Greenville-ish, South Carolina. Like I said, I believe it. I did ask where was the closest place, but I don't remember what he said. I was supposed to go back and talk to him about putting one of them on here, but we didn't. Gordon wouldn't have let me live it down if we'd have had that kind of tractor. Seen a beautiful bald eagle today. I tried to get footage of him, but could never get any footage. I think so. On the loader. Yanmar Products. Yeah, that eagle was flying around at the state park today. Every time I get my phone out, he'd get too far away and behind trees. Yeah, most of them do have it now. I need to do my front end loader like that. On the 5140. A lot of red-tailed hawks, no eagles. Everybody's asleep. That's right. I bet I'll be asleep tonight. At least close to it. If we do run, we might try to stick a GoPro in it if I can figure out how to get the darn footage off of it. See, like there's a brand new GoPro. Never been out. Got another one in the bag right up under it. Cannot get them to work. Can't get the footage off of them. Multitasking, Colt, is what we're doing. What's everybody have for supper? I got to find me something to eat. Take care, Colt, and have a good one, buddy. Load and brush tomorrow. How the buckets mount, okay. The GoPro Hero 4s, the ones I know how to work. And they do good for me. He didn't comment much. He didn't want to be putting time out. I think that's a 7 and an 8 there that I've tried the cards in and don't know how to get it off. Gordon had Boston butt on the pellet grill. That pellet grill makes good Boston butt. I know mine does. He ain't got no comments yet. Sausage and potatoes. We had hamburgers last night. We took baked potatoes and seasoned them and wrapped bacon around them and wrapped them in tin foil and put them on the grill. And cut some cabbage into like 1-inch steaks, seasoned them down and laid bacon on them. Cooked them on the grill. That was pretty decent. And it looks like it's leftover steak and noodles. Mark had a roast. I haven't tried cooking a roast on my grill yet. That'd be cool to try. Around 5. Y'all put potatoes and carrots and stuff in y'all's roast, Mark? Mark said he made the wife Arby's roast beef and curly fries. He usually do a good deal. Chuck roast, poor man's brisket. Well, I'll tell y'all something I done. Y'all can laugh at me. I've never had brisket cooked at home. Never had corned beef or whatever it's called that you eat on the Irish Day or whatever it is They had that on sale in the store the other day, and I thought it was brisket if I didn't put that seasoning pack on it. So I seasoned it up like a brisket. I researched it and cooked it, and that thing was nasty. Because I think that was part of the brisket, but I don't know how they brine it or what they do to make it that corned beef. But it was way different. Monty said he can keep a plate warm for Mr. Ed. Grandkids are coming over. I think we got to put a refrigerator in the motorhome. I can't quite figure the refrigerator out. Eat corned beef? Okay. Corn-fed beef here. Yeah, yep. Sausage was great. Different. We've never had anything like it. Take a long time to cool down. He gave it to the dogs. No. Yeah, my wife tried to tell me that wasn't brisket when I bought it. But I told her it was because it said brisket, but it said something else like a round end or flat end or something brisket. The brisket says. And I'm like, all it is we just won't put that seasoning pack on it. But it was more than that. She was right and I was wrong. So I reckon I still have to pick up a normal brisket and try it. Because I've had corned beef before and cabbage. A couple years ago, I went to a little RC rock crawling thing and made a video on it. And they had that food there that day, and it was good. But I bet they didn't try to season it like a regular brisket. It just won't do nothing. It'll try to fire up. The propane part clicks and the piezo tries to fire, and it does light because I can feel heat in the chimney part of the refrigerator. But why the electric part or why it's not getting cold, I don't know. I was just thinking about taking that unit completely out and putting a straight 110 unit in. Because when I park it during the week, I'm going to have a plug put out there so I can plug it up all the time. So the batteries will stay charged and the refrigerator can stay cold. Yeah, there's that little rock crawling video. That's RC cars. Like doing a little rock crawling. Pretty little interesting video. Take a day or two to get cold. I'm sure I left it on for several days and the temperature will never change. Somebody was telling me that the way they cool is with water, some kind of cleaning agent, like light something is a solution that it pumps through there. It's not Freon. And that stuff will settle out if you leave it sitting dormant for a long time. Then that can settle out to the bottom and not. It might be. I don't know if it was ammonia or not. It might be that. But some bunch of comments I was seeing said take it out and turn it upside down. If you don't see no yellow residue stuff that looks like pollen. And I do see yellow residue, but the pollen is flying here like crazy. So is it pollen or am I seeing a leak? So I don't know what we're going to do. For sure. And my other camper that I had before, I bought it new. And I even went right under the kitchen sink and put an instant hot water heater in line. And I didn't even use the 6-gallon one that comes in them. I'm probably going to do the same thing on this RV. And it'll just make hot water instant. You don't have to worry about running out. Only thing you have to worry about is filling your storage tanks up if you're boondocking. And if it ain't nothing but gray water you're washing with, you could let it go, I reckon. Ain't nothing but water and soap and butt dust. Where would y'all recommend looking for a small refrigerator? Mark's got to go. Well, we appreciate you coming in, buddy, and you have a good week. There's the P.O. box. Couple months back, I was at Lowe's or Home Depot one and saw a bunch of smaller refrigerators on clearance. Didn't know then that I might would need one. You too, Mark. Well, I reckon I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug on this thing and call it done. Get on back inside and find me a bite to eat. But I sure appreciate all of y'all for supporting us here at Gerraldfarms. Y'all take care, and we look forward to seeing y'all next Sunday night. Y'all have a good one.